A sound which always remains, which is perpetual, is the Omkar. The pure sound of Omkar was always there, even when there was nothing. It is even older than the HIRANYAGARBH. It is written in the Matsyapuran after the great dissolution of the universe. The SWYAMBHU, the self-manifested, arose, creating the golden bomb, HIRANYAGARBH. The golden bomb encloses the universe. It was the place from where the universe took birth. It contains millions of galaxies in it. Most definitely, God generated sky, sky generated air, air generated fire, fire generated water, water generated earth, earth generated medicinal herbs, herbs generated crop, and crop generated human body. According to the 7th chapter, 6th verse of Bhagavad Gita, the golden womb is the womb of all being. For I am He by whom the worlds were created and shall be dissolved. This is said by Lord Krishna. And in the 8th verse of the 7th chapter, he says, O Arjun, I am the fluidity in water, the light in the sun and the moon. I am the mystic syllable Om in the Vedic scriptures, the sound in ether, the virility in man. And in the 9th verse of the 7th chapter, he says, I am the sweet fragrance in the earth and the brilliance in the fire, the life in all beings, and I am the austerity in the ascetics. It is said that the ancient Vedic mantras and shlokas were related to science in an interesting manner. I have one example for you. If you look at this shlok, what does come into your mind? You might think that it's a normal verse, but it is not. It's related to the Katapayati Sankhya. Sankhya means numbers, so it is a different kind of numbers. Now if we replace the alphabets of the shloka with the characters of the Katapayati Sankhya, we get the value of pi correct to 30 decimal places. Isn't that interesting? So if we throw the light on some of the things like this one, we will get to know that modern science is basically based on ancient science. Like we know that sometimes back, NASA did research on the sun and found out the sun's vibrations sound very similar to the Omkar. Now that's what we get from ancient science. Isn't that interesting? Thank you.
Now listen what is NASA says.
You're actually hearing the vibration of the sun. It almost has a warmth to it. It's just enough where I can almost feel the sound on my skin or on my clothes. I imagine feeling the sun, moving next to me. My name is Alex Young, and I am the Associate Director for Science in the Heliophysics Science Division here at NASA Goddard Space Flight Center. When anything material moves, waves travel through it, and the same thing happens inside the sun. And these waves are traveling, bouncing around inside the sun. And if your eyes were sensitive enough, you'd actually could see this jiggle. But what scientists have done is they've taken that jiggle and turned it into sound, into a sound that we can hear with our own ears. The sun is vibrating at lots of different frequencies. And one of the things that's pretty cool about that is we can use those vibrations in the sun to look inside the sun. We don't have straightforward ways to look inside the sun. We don't have a microscope to zoom inside the sun. So using a star or the sun's natural vibrations allows us to see inside of it, and we can see huge rivers.
The conclusion is, when Bharatiya ancient science and NASA's knowledge of modern science will harmonize, It will create a better world for all beings. Thanks to NASA, who has given us this opportunity to interact with it. Thank you.